from the 36 categories to the one without a second. Pick up the nearest object. Hold it in your hand. You believe you're perceiving it, the weight, the texture, the temperature. Direct contact between your senses and the thing. You're not. You have never perceived anything. You have perceived your concepts of things. The cup of coffee, not the cup, not the coffee. The concept of cup and the concept of coffee, assembled by the visual cortex from photons into patterns into objects, run through the category systems the brain learned in the first years of life, filtered through attention, colored by current mood, organized by expectation. The coffee is real. Your concept of the coffee is what you experience. There is a gap between the two. The gap has no bridge. The coffee exists on one side. Your experience of your concept of the coffee exists on the other. The categories were installed before you could evaluate them. You did not choose the fences. You were handed them. You have been defending them ever since as if they were true. This is not a problem you can solve by trying harder to perceive directly. The concept assembly is not a conscious process. It runs below awareness, faster than awareness, as the fundamental architecture by which the nervous system converts raw sensory data into navigable experience. You cannot choose to not use concepts, any more than you can choose to not use your visual cortex. You live inside a conceptual model of the world. You always have, you always will. Kashmir Shaivism is unusual among philosophical traditions in that it worked out with extraordinary precision exactly what the conceptual cage is made of. The 36 tattvas, the 36 categories of experience, are the taxonomy of Shiva's self-concealment. From pure consciousness, Shiva tattva, down through the universal principles of will, knowledge, and action, down through the 5 limitations that produce the individual experience of being a bounded self, down through the gross elements of matter and sensation. Each tattva is a level of conceptualization. Each level is Shiva contracting, taking undivided, unlimited consciousness, and adding one more constraint, one more category, one more way of dividing the undivided. The individual human experience, your experience, right now, of being a particular person in a particular situation with particular concerns, is Shiva at the bottom of the tattva stack. Maximum contraction, maximum conceptual overlay, maximum distance from the undivided source. And simultaneously, you are made entirely of Shiva. Every concept is Shiva in disguise. Every category is Shiva playing at being a category. The cage is made of the same thing as the space the cage appears in. The most load-bearing concepts are invisible precisely because they are load-bearing. You cannot see what you are looking through. The most load-bearing concepts, the ones whose removal would be most disorienting, are the ones you are least aware of carrying. The concept of a continuous self persisting through time, not a perception, a construction. The concept of an external world that exists independently of observation, not a given, an assumption. The concept of cause and effect, not a feature of raw experience, a pattern the mind imposes on sequential events. The concept of time itself, of before and after, of now and later, not directly perceived but built from memory and anticipation into the experience of duration. These are bars you cannot see because they are what you are looking through. The fish does not see the water. The concept user does not see the concepts doing the most fundamental organizing. Remove the concept of a continuous self. Who is reading this? Don't answer with words. Look. Remove the self-continuity concept. Who is reading this? Remove the external world concept. What is this? Remove time. When is this? These are not rhetorical questions. They are the gaps between the bars of the cage. The bars are real. They are necessary. They make navigation possible, but they are bars. Not the ground, not the actual structure of what is. Abhinavagupta in the Paramarthasara. There is only one reality. It is like an infinite ocean of light, perfectly still, yet alive with the possibility of every wave. It is Shiva, the knower who is also the known. The 36 tattvas are not 36 things separate from Shiva. They are Shiva. The contraction is Shiva contracting. The conceptual overlay is Shiva playing at being overlaid. The cage is Shiva shaped like a cage. And the prisoner inside the cage, the individual consciousness experiencing itself as bounded, particular, subject to the 36 constraints, is also Shiva, playing at being a prisoner. The ocean of light is not beyond the waves. It is the waves. The waves are made entirely of ocean. But the ocean is not only the waves. The ocean is also the stillness that the waves arise in, the depth beneath the waves, the water that takes every wave form while being changed by none of them. The concept of the coffee is Shiva. The caffeine sensation is Shiva. The concept of yourself drinking the coffee is Shiva. The awareness of the whole scene, the cup, the morning, the particular texture of this day is Shiva, recognizing itself through the elaborate mechanism of 36 levels of self-concealment. The cage is real. The bars are real. The concepts are doing real work. And the one who has been inside the cage, using the concepts, navigating the 36 levels, that one is also Shiva. Not Shiva as a consolation prize. Shiva as the actual structure of what you are. The concept of Shiva is also Shiva. Even the map of the cage is made of the thing the cage appears in. There is only one reality. You have never for a single moment been outside it. The cage is what it is made of. The prisoner is what the cage is made of. And what it is all made of has never been caged.